fishing?
This is Sarah Costello reporting here from the Hensley residence on this fine day in July.
In Bloomington, Indiana.
In Bloomington, Indiana, 2009, and I'm here with two fine fishermen who spent the afternoon at Lake Monroe, and our first fisherman is Don Hensley, who is over there currently cleaning his catch. And behind the camera we have our son-in-law, Blake Costello, who accompanied him on this trip, apparently just to maybe
serve as a guide,
because he Father Don trounced his son-in-law 27 to 29 total fish by Don, 2 by Blake. And Blake, I'm wondering how that really makes you feel, if you could give us some comment.
Well, you know, my grandfather told me when I was growing up that you know, you can't win them all, but you can win most of the time, and you know, that's the approach I try to take. Today, you know, I'm not really an inclement weather fisherman. Today we did get a little rain. I had some tackle issues, had a few snags that ate up some of my time on the clock.
Squirrel hunting.
You know, attitude is everything, and after the snags, the weather, and the equipment failures, I just I kind of lost it a little bit. Once I got down, you know, and the score was maybe 20 to 1 or so, I went with the big lures. I was looking to land a giant to pull the title out with the one final fish. Came up short. So hats off to Don. You know, he's a great fisherman, and he did well today. And you know, there's always next year for the Bloomington tournament, and I'll be here, and you know, hope for a better performance next year. Thank you.
Don, how do you feel about your amazing catch today?
Well, they were sort of small. They weren't the biggest fish that I've caught. Earlier in the spring, the crappies were running much bigger. Today we're much smaller and hard to get them started. But once we started catching fish, then we were catching a lot of fish. The biggest fish was a catfish. Haven't measured it yet, but I'm thinking it's probably somewhere around 25 to 27 inches.
Ooh!
But we'll get an official measurement on that a little bit later once I finish this little chore.
And what kind of fish is that you are hacking up at the moment?
These are crappie, one of the better tasting fish that you'll find in Lake Monroe or any other lake. Second maybe only to walleye, which is the #1 fish, whether you're in Indiana, Wisconsin, or Iowa. I believe you have a few walleye in Iowa.
Well, there you have it from an expert fisherman. One more comment from Mr. Costello to sign us off today.
Well, what I always like to do whenever I'm outperformed, you know, one of the greatest pieces of advice that I'd ever had was to learn from those who are doing it right. You know, learn from those who are getting it done. So I'd like to ask Don a couple of questions here. What role would you say experience played in today's fishing adventure?
What rule? Well, I had
what role?
What role?
Yes.
What role? What?
Experience played in today's match.
Well, I think it was a bit important. The technique. Having fished for crappie for a long time, and having a very good friend who taught me how to catch crappie. Before that, I didn't catch very many crappie. And having the place is also important.
What, you know, others who were in the competition today didn't have the success that you had. What do you think they may have been doing wrong, or something they could have done better?
Well, I don't know of anything that the other fisherman was doing wrong. He did a lot of running around instead of staying in one spot and concentrating on his fish, and often he'd get one on, and then he would get off by the time he got back to try to set the hook. So my advice would be, if you're going to do crappie fishing, do crappie fishing. If you're going to do bass fishing, then use lures and go do bass fishing.
But not try to mix the two. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think that would be a good idea.
Some people say that in your son-in-law's fishing history over the course of his career on the tour, that oftentimes he's been known to set back so as to let others enjoy the crown. Do you think maybe today that he just wasn't really trying and that he wanted you to come out with the big win today?
Well, as we were going in, he made this comment to another gentleman that he was going to beat his son-in-law today. He was going to really sock it to him. So I'll let you be the judge of that.
Since your son-in-law was talking smack before you got down to the fishing area, had you made up your mind at that point that you were going to fish and give it your best effort so as to perhaps prove a message?
No, I wasn't trying to prove anything. I do try to do my best at fishing because I want to catch as many as I can within the legal limit, which happened today. No, I would have been thrilled had my son-in-law caught the most and the biggest fish. That would make me feel very good.
Excellent.
And I did all I could to assist him in doing that.
Excellent. Well, sometimes young people, they just don't listen. They've got a hard head on them sometimes. But thank you, Don Hensley. Great job. Congratulations on your victory today. And to all you folks at home who are watching this now, Bloomington, it's a hot spot. It's a hotbed for crappie fishing, walleye, and relaxing. So if you ever have the chance, come on out here to Bloomington. We hold the Bloomington International each summer during July and August, and you're welcome to attend. Thank you, and until next time, enjoy your fish.